I grew up watching shows like My Little Pony, Strawberry Shortcake, Monster High, and like all these other shows, banger after banger after bang. Like when I was younger, it obviously instilled what friendship looks like to me, what friendship should look like, when to, be a good friend and when to like, put, pride aside. Now, am I like the bestest friend you could ever say? See? I would let my friends decide. I would let them suffice because, I'm not gonna say I've kept every friend in my life. No. People grow and people change. Do I wish to stay friends with some people? Yes! Because I'm human and I'm gonna miss people and I'm gonna do all that. But that being said, that was the best intro I could give y'all. I didn't know how else I should introduce this, but my thesis, some would say. The best kind of love you can receive is literally the love you receive through friendships. Platonic love is gold. It's a gold mine. Y'all can fight me on it. I don't even care. I had went to a nice friend gathering in February and it was really great. And my friend, she always hosts this little galentines and I always try my best to go. And I was seeing all my friends, and this is a friend, like the host, she's a friend that I've had since literally elementary. I'm turning 20 this year, just to put that into perspective. She always hosts such great parties. Her family is so great. I love her family so much. I've known her for more than 10 years. And another friend there. I don't know if you guys mind me using your names. I don't know if I'm using your names. But you know who you are if you're watching. And I was talking to my other friend there, and I was like, isn't it crazy that we like known each other for so long? Like we've known each other and now we're like all grown up kind of and we're all here in this moment, in this time. There's so many things that we could have done that like led us to not be where we were in that moment. But I just find that so crazy how long I've been friends with these people. Well, these two girls. The rest of them I had I made friends with them because, they go to these gatherings and stuff like that. And I'm like, hey guys. Friends that I have that are women, the love is just different there. It feels so like tight. It feels like, oh, I already know you. You are everything to me. And you mean everything to me. I have a best friend. I am gonna say her name. Hi, Glory. She is such a big part of my heart. Though I haven't known her for longer, we met in high school, our sophomore year in high school. And that in its own was like, funny becoming friends with her because we had the same history class. I had no social skills and since, hadn't actually socialized in a while, so I was really nervous and I could tell she was nervous too. She's the most intelligent person I know. Like, the most intelligent person I know, emotionally and academically. Like, she is a scholar, but she is, like, also, like, so nice to talk to about things and how I feel, because she just knows. And that's what I'm talking about, that woman connection. And I still try my best to talk to her. She's in college now, and she's a whole other city away. Help! She's literally the light of my life in so many ways. She is so I just know deep down in my heart like she's engraved there. That being said, I did have a trio friendship in high school. That is like a canon event for I feel like every girl in their life. I don't know. That is such a, trio friendships. It was so good. It was me, Glory, and this other girl. And we were friends for a while, actually. All three of us, we were all like, And I was at the store the other day and I had saw her And immediately I have a panic attack in the middle of the store. We didn't end up on a bad note. I'm not saying that I hate her. I don't hate her at all, I think it's because of, certain things. Like, I expected to be more grown from the situation. I expected to have grown from the situation as well. But in that moment, I had realized I hadn't grown. I hadn't, well, it felt like, in that moment. I look back on it and I'm like, yeah, I have, a little bit here and there. But for some reason in my mind, I had expected that. I was like, the next time I'm going to see her, I'm going to be a fully different person. And I'm going to, I feel like I'll be not necessarily healed. I'm actually not that sure. But in that moment, I was just, freaking out so bad. And so I texted Glory, hey, can I call you when I get home? She said, yeah. Did you happen to see so-and-so? And I was like, yeah. Because the thing is, Glory and her remained friends, and me and Glory remained friends. It's just me and her that didn't remain friends. And I know there's, I've not dwelled on the friendship, but I've always, obviously, I feel like we were both very emotional teenagers and very, I'm stubborn. And I know a little bit she is, too. I just know deep down, I would like to actually have a better closure than what we had. And if I don't get that as well, I'm just going to grow, I have to just live with it. I went home. I had called my friend Glory, and she just talked me through it. And I couldn't, I just, in that moment, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this person. I love her. I know what love is because of what my friends have showed me. I know what my standards are. I know I can be cared for. I know I can be loved. And not even in a romantic way. And it's like, dude, I'm gonna get into that in a second. I don't have a car, but my friends do, and they amazingly are there to offer me a ride to my job, which is so great because I'm like, dude, no way. I, for some reason, just always feel like a burden to everyone, and I just feel like an inconvenience to literally everything in my life. Maybe I need to figure that out. The lengths that me and my friends went through to just make each other happy and make each other feel okay. It is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. That being said, you should be friends with your significant other before y'all start dating. Whoa! That is literally the best kind of trope. Well, maybe not the best, but it's literally one of my favorite tropes, the friends to lovers. Are you kidding me? You already, you imagine you're falling in love with your friend. Imagine falling in love with your friend. That is so, in shows. You're telling me you don't rock with, those friend edits? Not Friends, the show, but, friend. I know I love me a good. I love Slushy Noobs. I'm wearing their podcast merch right now. Martin and Hamza, I love their friendship so much. And they're fully adults, you know what I mean? So it's not I don't know, it's just so beautiful what friends and best friends can do together. It is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I don't know if you guys have felt that feeling when you're looking at one of your friends or friends or best friends, whatever, and you just feel so much love, so much passion. And it doesn't even need to be romantic. That's the thing. Like I said, being friends before you date somebody, I'm saying full on friends. If you're on, okay, I'm not saying if you met on Tinder or whatever, or you slid in that DM, all that, that's great. That's cool too. But I'm just saying, being friends with somebody and then falling in love with them, you know all your friends' qualities. You already have that bond. I guess the only thing you could say that would go wrong, say you're really friends. Okay, I'm not telling you if you have somebody that is your friend and you have a crush on them, I'm not telling you to profess your love to them, because that could literally ruin everything. If they're actually not a good person. Pretty much what I'm trying to say is it's just different That's it. Yes, I'm very, very grateful for all the type of love in my life. In general, I think we need to love more. I think we need to be more caring. I think we need to be more empathetic. Because I don't get quick intermission. Besides the point of the video. I don't get how we can't be empathetic. We are human beings. You're supposed to be. This whole nonchalant act people be doing, you're lame and you're boring. If you're doing that because you're an awkward person in general, okay, cool. I won't lie. I have been quote unquote boring just because I'm awkward as. Be more empathetic, bro. Y'all need to get it together. Y'all need to understand more. You're not gonna get anywhere by just being, yeah, well, life is tough and you need to get your pants up. You're shut up. I had reached out to my friend who she does the hosting or whatever, like she hosts little gatherings, and it felt really relieving just to talk to her about how I'm doing mentally and like emotionally. And she was right there. Like, she made me feel like I was not alone, if that made sense. I just love my friends. I think love and friendships is so important. That being said, thanks guys so much for watching. I just wanted to talk about my friends and talk about what having friends feels like to me. And it feels like love overfills my heart, genuinely. Love your friends. Love your people. And yeah.